In this video, we're going to talk about how to add a grading rubric to our assignments. Now, rubrics can make grading quite a bit easier and quite a bit faster, and they can be added to any assignment. So here I am in my assignments, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on Hamburger Assignment 5. And when it brings up the assignment, if you'll scroll down, you can see the Add Rubric button at the bottom. So I can just click Add Rubric, and I can give my rubric a title. I'm just going to call it Hamburger Video Rubric, since that's the assignment that we're on. Now, a rubric is comprised of criteria and ratings. We can type in a description of the criteria, and this is kind of the task that the student needs to perform. And then how many marks or how many points he or she gets based on this value of the criterion. So if we bring up our hamburger lesson, the very last page is just a rubric that I made for the video so that we could have some text that would be easy to copy and paste. So here are the criterion, and each one of these is going to be worth a different amount of points. This is going to be worth 10 points, this is going to be worth 5 points, and this is going to be worth 0 points, just for simplicity. But again, you know, there could be whole lessons on creating good rubrics. And this isn't necessarily a great rubric, but it will teach us how to do rubrics in Canvas. So I'm going to be jumping back and forth. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put in all of my criterion. All I have to do is click right here, and I'm automatically editing my criterion. So I'm going to copy making the burger, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to add another criterion, jumping back. This one's clarity, and pasting and clicking OK. And if you don't want to watch me paste all of these, if you understand the copy and paste part of this, just fast forward the video, and that is just fine. I've only got 2 more to do, so it's not too bad. 1 more. And sometimes it takes longer to just fast forward the video than it does for just to watch it. Anyway, there I have added all my criteria. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab my rating descriptions. And here I'm going to come into this first rating, and I'm going to click on the pencil so that I can edit it. My description, I am copying and pasting what I have in the document. I'm also changing the point value to 10 points. So when you come in and edit a rating, you can edit both the text and the point value. So now I'm going to jump in and I'm going to edit the 0 one. And I'm going to copy the 0 criteria, or the 0 rating, and my period didn't copy, so I'm going to add it here. Now I need one in the middle. When I mouse over, I get the double arrow, and all I have to do is click, and it will give me another rating, which allows me to copy and paste this one in. If you notice, and that's worth 5 points. If you notice, I can also delete one that I have added by clicking the X. I can also add one by clicking the plus, or I can click between it. I can add as many as I need to, and they don't all have to be the same. Maybe making the burger, I want 4 different ratings, but on clarity, I only want 2 or 3, and that is totally fine. So I'm going to hurry and copy and paste the rest of these so that we have a great rubric. Again, if you want to just fast forward the video so you don't have to sit and watch me do all this, that is totally fine. In fact, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to finish building it and then we'll come back to it. So now you can see that I have my entire rubric built in Canvas and I have all of my options there. Now, once you have your rubric built, the total points should match up with how many the assignment is worth. If it doesn't, you'll get an error upon saving, and at that time you may want to change either the points of the rubric or you may want to change the points of the assignment. I generally change the points of the assignment because I built this rubric and it should be pretty solid. I'm lucky in this case because mine do match. Now, before creating the rubric, you have three options down here. One is I'll write free form comments when assessing students. That is generally something you won't want to check if you're going to use this rubric for grading. And we want to use this rubric for grading, so I check the second one and then the third one disappears. But for the most part, as we use rubrics with our assignments, we will want to use them for assignment grading. And in just a second, I'll show you the teacher grading side so you can see how that all works. Okay, so I have my rubric and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit Create Rubric. And now that rubric is attached to the hamburger assignment. Now what's great is if we go into student view and we look at student view, when the student looks at this assignment, and the video assignment was assignment 5, they also see the rubric and they will know exactly how that is graded. So let's leave student view and come back to the instructor view. And as we look at hamburger assignment 5, I have one submission because I went in and submitted this, of course, when we did one of our other videos. Let's jump to the speed grader so that we can actually grade this and you can see how the rubric is used. So here is the video that I uploaded. And as a teacher, if I were grading this assignment, I would click the download and I would download this video and then I would watch it and then I would grade it. But because there is a rubric associated with this assignment, I just click on View Rubric, and this is what makes it great. Let me slide this over just a little bit so we can see more of the rubric. The entire rubric shows up, and all I have to do to grade this assignment after I watch the video is just click on exactly what the user or what the student did. It automatically puts in the point values and it lets them know what they did right and what they did wrong. So they're automatically getting feedback. And if I had a well-designed rubric here, they would get exactly the feedback that they needed so they would know what they did wrong in the assignment. The great thing about rubrics is you can also still leave a comment. So if I come here and I say, I really liked your video, or if I want to tell them, you know, you didn't quite do this, you didn't quite do that, each one of these criteria has a comment area that the student can see. So now let me, as a teacher, save this, and it automatically shows their score. Let me sneak back to this assignment. Let's jump down to settings and go back into student view. And when I go to student view, it shows me that one of my assignments has already been graded. So I'm going to jump to assignments. I'm going to jump to that specific assignment, and I can click on, as a student, this View Rubric Evaluation, and it will show me exactly what I got in the rubric. It also shows me that there was a comment here, and as I click on it, I can see the comment that my teacher left me. So grading with rubrics is really, really awesome, and easy. It gives the students the feedback that they need, and it makes grading very timely for teachers. I strongly suggest, whenever possible, that you use rubrics for grading.